It is recording, so so couple couple reminders. I will be presenting the lesson for about a good 20-25 minutes, and then we're going to switch over to question and answer. So you divide up into teams. If we don't want any more than 5 people on a team. You can have 2, 3, or 4, or the most 5. So that's how the teams will go. If you're by yourself and you're doing it from your home, um, you can be a team by yourself. Okay. So if you know the answer, then you can click it and then you can participate. Participate means you have your mic off right now. When we're going to do the um, questions at the end. First of all, type in your group as soon as you can to answer the question. And then when I say your team's name, then turn on your mic, because at that time I'm going to ask you to go ahead and say the answer. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. All right. Diné Bizaad Yada Halyanagi, or Diné Bizaad Yada Halyana. I want this to be a theme throughout all our class. It is a theme within San Juan School District. It is a theme that I want to pursue. And what all that means is the Diné language keepers. We are Diné language keepers from this day forward, whether we speak little or a lot, whether we're young or old, community member or student. We all want to take on this project as we want to preserve this language. And through methods like this, listening, we can learn. All of you can now have access to pre-recording of the class, and that's how you prepare. When you come here, it'll just be a review and then participation. So your ears will pick up something, but also when you come here, as a team, you can share your voice. That's where you actually apply it. And when you do your voice, I'm not listening to how perfect you are in that wording, in the words, pronunciation, but I'm more thinking about the pattern that you put into the question, answering that question. So pattern is way more important right now than perfect pronunciation. Goshin kachindo lefti de ya Hoan has angido shik ebedi ninigi adi be not ni tiendo left. So all our teachings today is going to be based on this picture. Right in the middle, me. That'll be Clayton. He's wearing his headband. Sh. That's me. Sh. And then as you go up, you say Grace. Shema. That'll be my mother. Grace. Ado Elliot. Shije. Father. Okay. And Ado Betty. Shabija. Or Shema. I could say Shabija Shema. Betty, because she is my father's sister. Could be older sister, it could be younger sister. Ado Shabija or Shijeyaja. Anybody that's a brother to my father, Elliot. That's Shijeyaja. Okay? Older or younger. So I have a Bobby is a name, but the real kinship term that I will be using with my father's brother is Shijeyaja. So when I greet myself, I'll say Yad Shijeyaja or Yad Shapija Shema. Or on this other side, we have Tom. Tom is my mother's brother or my uncle. Okay, uncle. Shita. Sometimes if you're a young lady and you have an uncle, you can say either one. You can say Shita or Shiyaj. Okay, that's up to you. Ado Susie is a sister to my mother Grace, and that would be my aunt. Shema Yaja. Shema. Notice that's mother. Yaja. Ya. Yaja means small, small mother. So your aunt's kind of like your small mother. Okay. Sue. Sue. Shema Yaja. Those are all my father and my mother's side. Okay? And the only real names there is Shema, Grace, and Elliot. Only real name. The other ones are just made up. How do you come down? Yeah. Yash. If you look at my, I guess it's left side, you're looking at the screen. Rose. Rose. Yash. Shate. Shate. Uh, it's my older sister. Shate. And then my youngest sister, Ba. Ba is Shateja. Shateja. Okay, Shateja. Now, when I say my, like if I ask a question, what is my mother? What is my sister? The older sister's name? You're going to have to come back and say your, and so it's not shade anymore. It will be nade. So all these would have an N sound. Nade, ne, N-I, deje. So that's how you're going to answer is your mother or your sister, your little sister. Okay, when I ask a question, you're going to have to put the ne, na or ne. Neteja. See how the I before the D, you just put an N there. Neteja. And I'll conjugate a ya, nate. I don't conjugate this guy right, Hank. Hank a ya, shana. But when you answer, I ask a question, you answer Nenai, see, Nenai, or Sitsile Roy, Roy Sitsile, Siliyaja. When I ask the question, that Sitsile Roy, will you? Or something like that from last time. Ado you would say, oh, Roy, Ne, Sile, Ne, Se, N-I, Ne, Sile. Okay, so just remember that. Okay, now let's start the lesson. So the orange is what we're going to tackle first, the one that's in the box. Roy, Chaish, At'eh, Chaish, At'eh. So Roy, Roy. Oh, Roy, okay. Roy, Chaish, At'eh. And who is he? Roy, Chaish, At'eh. And your answer would be Roy, Netzele, At'eh. Roy, your brother, he is. Okay, your little brother. Netzele, Netzele, At'eh. One more time. Roy, Chaish, At'eh. Who is this guy that's riding a bicycle? Chaish, At'eh. And your answer is Roy, Netzele, At'eh. Yeah, Netzele, Roy, Netzele, At'eh. All right. Okay, now we're going to ask, later we're going to ask a lot of questions, but let me give you some more examples. Tom. Let's look at Tom. Tom. Chaish, At'eh. And then Tom. Ne-da'i. Ne-da'i. At'eh. Ne-da'i. So Tom, I'm asking about a question about Tom. Tom, Chaish, who? At'eh. Who is Tom? Now your answer is Tom. Ne-da'i At'eh. Okay. Here's your ne-da'i. Okay, let's put another one on there. Let's put Betty. Betty, خيشت. And your answer would be Betty Nama is one answer. Another answer is Nabija. Nabija at. Or you can say both. Betty Nabija to Nama at. Or Nabija is Nama. Either one. As long as you do one or the two, you're all fine. So Betty Nabija at. Let's try another one. Hank. Go down here to the bottom. Hank. Hank. And your answer would be Hank. Nenai at. Okay. So that's what you're doing. Is you're saying your brother is Hank. Hank Nana at. All right. I'll do one more. Ba. Let's do Ba right here. Ba. Ba. Heish at. That's in the question, asking you a question. Who is Ba? Ba Heish at. And let's see if I should use my pointer here. You can hear. Okay, so Ba Heish at. And your answer would be Ba. And then you come down here, you look at it, and I'm going to say to Clayton in the middle, your sister. Ne deje, and then go back up here, finish it up. At. All right, so there's a pattern. Let me do another one because I think that little pointer is helpful. Okay, let's go back to the first, and this time let's do Sue. Heish at. Sue Heish who at. Who is it? You look at Sue over here, and you find out it's Shemayeja. That's to me. I say Shemayeja, but when you answer me, I'm saying who? Who's Sue? And your answer will be Sue. Nemayeja. Ne is you. Nemayeja. At. All right, so there's that pattern. The pattern is get the pattern. All right. Or if I say right here, let me do a little tricky one for you. Elliot. There's Elliot right here. Okay. Elliot. Heish at. And so over here you gotta look at Elliot right here. See that? Shije. So your answer should be Elliot. Nije. Okay, your father. Elliot. Nije. And over here you get it from here. Instead of saying shije, you say ne. Nije. So nije at. And you do that same thing with the mother. Grace. Heish at. And so your answer would be Grace. Nama. Nama right here. Nama at. Okay. So anybody have any questions? Then we'll move on to the second box. This is the second box over here. Okay. The second box here, yeah, all I did is here we're talking about one person, yeah. Roy, or Shema, or Grace. But here we put in two. Hank, Do, Ba, Heish, at. Asking the same question but for two people. Okay, so Do means what? And. Okay. Hank. Where's Hank? Right there. Hank. Do and Ba. Where's Ba? Ba's right here. Okay. Hank. Do Ba. Heish at. Who are they? Heish at. And your answer should be Hank. Do Ba. Nenai, because it says right here. Shana. Nenai. Do Na-Dené. See, Na-Dené comes from this word right here. Sh-Dené. So now you're saying your sister. That's who it is. Na-Dené. Na-Dené. Um, let's see. Yeah, Na-Dené. So right here. Hank. Yeah. Hank do ba Nana do Na-Dené. So I identified who Hank is. That'd be Nana. Identify Ba. That'd be Na-Dené. So I put Nana and Na-Dené. Hank and Bob are your brother and little sister. Big older brother and little sister. So that's two. Up here we're just doing one. Down here we're doing two. Two people. Now I could do three, but then this last part is going to change. This is the place where we do what we call plurals. So and Navajo too will do the plural. Okay, Kadeid will just stay with the one or two people. Hagoshi. Here's a sample. Let's take Betty. Betty, right here's Betty right here. Shibija. Betty do Rose. Aishat. Aishat. You put in Betty here, Rose here. Betty do Rose. Aish. Who is Betty and Rose? Your answer, Betty do Rose. Now we gotta go over here to see what Betty. Oh, that's Nabija. So Nabija will go in here. And then who is Rose? Right here, Rose. Okay, Rose. And that's Shate. So it'll be Nade. Yeah, met that N in there. SH goes out, N goes in. Nade. So Betty do Rose. Or Nama, either one. Nabija do Nade. Okay, I'm gonna do another sample here. Nana. Let's take Bobby. Bobby do Tom. Okay. Bobby do Tom. Heish at. Who is Bobby? There's Bobby. And there's Tommy. Okay. Now we gotta figure out who this Bobby is. Bobby is Shijayaja. That's Bobby. Okay. So now you gotta change it to Ne Jayaja because we're talking about this guy's Clayton's. So Ne, your father's brother. Nijayaja. So we'll go right here. Nijayaja do Tom Eya or okay. Bobby do Tom. Nijayaja do over here. Shada turns to Nada. Oh Nada at okay. At. So that's how that works. All right. Okay, anybody have any questions? All right. Okay, if you got it, make sure your team understands because I'm going to be asking the question in a minute. Okay, here we go. I hope Connie and others are going to be ready here. Okay, now we'll go to dot. Okay, dot. Dot Roy. Okay, so what am I asking? Is Roy my little brother? Dot Roy. And your answer, Roy's right here, and it's Sitsile. Yeah, it's his brother. So the answer is oh, yes, oh, Roy, Nitsile. Okay, let's add another one. Da Rose. Nate, nate, ata. The answer is O, because right here it says Shadira is nade. O, rose, nade ata, nade ata. Okay. All right. So now this is probably the hardest one down here. We're going to do a negative. Instead of saying O, you're going to have to say daga. Okay. So here's a negative question. Da is da Roy Shadeja ata. Who's Roy? Okay, Roy's right here. Is that Shadeja? No. So we're going to have to say no to this one. Da Roy Shadeja ata. Daga. Daga. Roy to Nadeja atita. Anytime you add something towards that last verb, you're going to have to double the I or some vowel. Roy do for Roy do daga Roy do Nadeja atita. He is not your Nadeja. And then you correct it. Roy Nitsile at Roy Nitsile. That's the pattern. And let's try one. Let's try one. That grace Nije at that grace Nije at. And we know that's not true. Grace is not shije. So I've got to say no. Daga grace do nije, because it's not your father. Do nije at ida. Now I got to correct it. Grace nama at. That's the correct one. Grace nama at. I started off with that grace nije, and it's not correct, so I said daga grace do nije at ida. Grace nama at. Okay, anybody have any questions? Hey, questions? Alrighty. I just we're gonna now do the team thing here. All right, we're gonna do the team thing. All right, so I could ask a question here, 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 or here. So you're listening out for answering these 4 questions. Okay? Yeah. So now the way I'm going to do this is I'm not going to ask for team names because the way you type it, who types it first, that way I'll know which one to choose. So then I'll write it on my paper. Okay. So here comes the first question. First big question. And then all you got to do is type your team's name in there. Okay, here we go. And I'll point. Okay, I'll point. I'll use the pointer. All right. Elliot. That's my question. Type your name in there. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go RRH1. Go ahead. Elliot.
You have to turn on your microphones if you have one.
Yeah.
Or you could type it in.
Yeah, I'm looking for words. I actually want you to say it. Because we're not learning how to type. We're learning how to speak.
Yeah.
Okay. RRH, I didn't hear you. All right, RRH. How about RRH3? Go ahead. Okay. The mic's not working. I can't hear you. RRH3. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, that
Go
works.
ahead.
We hear
Oh, Elliot.
Elliot. Let's see. That's true. So that was RR3, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. Good, Nizam. All right. Here we go. Next one. Rose. RRH1. Go ahead.
Can you repeat it?
Rose. Rose.
Row.
Nate. Okay. Close. Nate. All right. Nade. It should be nade. Take out the sh and then just put nade. All right. Good attempt. Very good. All right. Here we go. Sue. 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 Let's give 4T. Go ahead, 4T.
Okay, she's coming down.
Okay.
Can you repeat it?
Sue. Nick Eshago.
Nema. Yaje.
Johnny. Yes. Sue. Namayaja. Yeah. Okay, now let me go down to where it says Hank and Bob. So this time I'm gonna put two names in there. Yeah. Hakoshi, ready? Roy Do Ba Haishat. Roy Do Ba Haishat. Okay, RRH1. Roy Do Ba Haishat.
Roy Don Fa
Oh, Johnny, yeah. Roy Do Ba Nitsile Do Niteje At. Very good, Nijona. Nijona.
I'm gonna.
All right, let me do another one. Let me do it this way. All this time, let's go back to the top row. This time, I would like somebody to ask. Well, I'd have to give you a new word, so I better not do that. Let's just go another one. Let me give you another one here. Here we go. Tom Do Elliot. Tom Do Elliot. RR3. Go ahead.
Elliot.
I barely hear you. Say it again.
Elliot.
Najani. Yeah, that was right. Najani. Excellent. And that was RRH3. Good, Najani. Okay. Let me go to another two. All right, here we go. Hank Do Grace. Hank Do Grace. Okay. All right. Let's go with R1. Go ahead.
Hank Do Grace. Navajo
Mm-hmm. Namato na at right, John. Okay. Okay, now we have a question here. Okay, so let me track it down. Hank do nama and you should say Hank do nama nenai do nama. Okay, because your the order was Hank do Grace. So try to keep that same pattern. Hank do Grace nenai do nama. Okay. But really, the question will be understood because one is a lady, one is a woman. I mean, one is a man, one's a lady. So either way, it should be okay, even though you do it that way. Okay, we're gonna go down to Roy. Okay, so I'm gonna put a name in there. So here we go. Rose or Rose shate at Rose shate at okay. Okay, so RR1, go ahead.
Oh, Rose
Okay. I'm going to not accept that one because think about it. Think about it. That Rose nate at and let me have RRH3, go ahead.
Oh, Rose.
Say that last part again. That Rose nate at okay, that's right. That's correct. Nate. Okay, let's try another one. That Bobby Shipija at that Bobby Shipija at all right, let's go to R. Well, let's go to 4T. Go ahead, 4T. See if you can answer that one.
Oh, Bobby. Shipija.
Nipijit, Nijung. Ah, Nijung. That's great. That's really good. Okay, let's do two more and then we'll go to the harder one. Okay, here we go. This time I'm going to put two people in there, okay? Two people in there. So instead of saying that Roy should I'm going to say that Roy should do Hank Shanale at. So all I'm doing is putting two names with two relatives' names, how they're relatives to me. Let's see if somebody can get this one. All right, here we go. Okay, so we got one person. Oh, all righty. So if you would just type and then if you would say it out loud to your group and then the facilitator can say, yes, they got it. Okay? Because the facilitator can tell us if your group said it right or not. Okay? All right, here we go. This time I'm going to use the word do. Okay? So I'm going to say da ro. Okay, let's go with Tom. Da Tom do su shida do shema at. Okay, go ahead. The one with no mic. JMS. JEMS. Just say it to your facilitator, and let the facilitator put yes in the chat if it's correct.
Good.
Yes. Okay. All right. So we got a yes. So the answer, I said that Tom do su shita do shemayaj at, and the answer should be oh Tom nada, or just say Tom do su nada do namayaj at. Okay, that's how you would answer. All right, Johnny. So I gotta write this down here. Okay, so ES or KEM point. All right, next one. This time we're going to do a negative. That way the bottom one, way at the bottom. Okay, here we go. And then we're going to do a bonus. And the bonus, you're going to have to really listen. You see that it's not sound right. Okay, here we go. Instead of Roy, I'm going to put somebody else's name in there. Da ba, okay, da ba shitsile at. Again, da ba shitsile at. Okay, RRH1, go ahead. Finish it, the last part, correct it. Aha, Na-Dené, good. Ba Na-Dené. Na-Dené, great job, good job. All right, let me do another one. And let's go to Betty. Da Betty Shita at. RR3, go ahead.
Ready. Eddie. Can you repeat it again?
That Betty Shitaat
Nizaga. Eddie. Ida. Eddie.
All right, Betty Nabijit and John. Yeah, that's correct. Very good. It was RR3, right? Yep, RR3. Nijaniye. Okay. Now, think about everything that's here. Everything that's here. And I'm going to put a question in there that might be very, very similar. Very, very similar. Okay, so here we go. That grace, shina, at, that grace, shina, at, that grace, shina, at, RR1, go ahead. Correct it. Oh, good. Nijaniya. Grace Namad. All right. That's correct. Nijaniya. Grace. That was in 1-1 or R1. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we might give you a chance. 1, 2, 3 here. This question's for 1, 2, 3 here. 1, 2, 3. All right. Here we go. Question for 1, 2, 3. All right. Betty. Kheshet. Betty. Kheshet. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead.
I don't think 1, 2, 3 has a microphone.
Okay. Go ahead. MVM. Do you have a mic?
That's the same person.
You say that again? Betty Kheshet.
So that's the same person. You just pick somebody else.
Okay. Your mic wasn't working, so yeah, that's why. So Connie, did she say it? And was it correct? Did the NVM group, did they get it correct? The correct should have said Grace Kheshet, Grace Nama. Okay. All right, we're going to kind of let go of that one. And let's go to another question. Here we go. Rose, Do, Hank, Kheshet. Rose, Do, Hank, Kheshet. That must be a hard one. Rose do Hank. Place it down.
Somebody's typing.
Rose do Hank. Place it down. Oh, R3. Go ahead.
Rose doll. It is.
Hank.
Rose doll. Rose doll. Nina or Nishade. No, oh,
Nade or Nade, either one. Okay. Nade or Nade. Najoni. Hey, great. All righty. Good job. All right. Now, we're going to give you a couple of questions. Remember the word wolye from last week? Wolye meant what he or she is called. Okay? So this is going to be reversed. For example, Shijeh Ha'at Ish Wolye. Remember that? Let's go back. Harold,
Yep.
can you put on last week's lesson? Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you, Clayton, we got about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to keep going with the groups. Let's see if somebody can answer last week's question.
Let's see if it's still there. Let me stop this for a second.
All right. Okay. Remember, it's wolye, and then what? What is he called? Hatish wolye. So if I say, there we go. Okay. Okay, that's the slide to explain the Diné Bizaad. Ya Dahalian.
What? Is that your phone?
Okay, this, for those that were here last week, we're going to do a couple of questions from last week.
My mic is on?
Lesson tab 1. Is it this? I don't know. Did we do is this the same one? Let's see. There's only 2 of them up here. Oh, that's today.
Okay. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to turn on the draw button.
You can type it in.
Yeah, I'm going to type it in, and I'll put it right, I think right above. Okay, right above, right here. Okay, so I'm going to type the words. This is just an example. She, je, eh. Let me put a, hold on. She, ha, ish, oops. Ish, wolye. That's the question, right? So, okay, let's go ahead and ask that question. Shajer hat ish wolye.
Where did you type it, Clayton? I don't see it.
Oh, really?
You have to hit return or something. So there it is. Okay. Yeah.
Shajer hat ish wolye.
There it is. Okay.
And your answer should be neje, and then hat ish is what? Neje Elliot wolye. Okay. All right. Let's do another one. Neda or shada Shida Tom. Or Shida Hat Ishwalya. Shida Hat Ishwalya. And your answer should be Nida Tom Walya. Okay? So, all right, let me ask a question. Here we go. Shate. Right down here. Oh, let me turn to pointer. Okay. Shate. Oh, excuse me. Okay, there we go. Shate Hat Ishwalya. Go ahead.
Na-Dené.
Shate Hat Ishwalya. RRH3. Go ahead.
Na-Dené Rose Walia.
Okay. Now I'm going to do two. So everybody listen. Betty do Bobby. Betty do Bobby. Hat ish Wilya. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I did it wrong. Sorry. Scratch the whole thing. Sorry. I gave you the answer. Sorry. All right. Let's do this. Shinai do shitsile. Hat ish Wilya. Shinai do shitsile. Hat ish Wilya. Okay, hey, go ahead. And I have to help each other from last week. Shina do shitsile at ishwalya. At ishwalya. Okay, let me just go through the answer here from last week. Nina do netsile. Hank do Roy walya. Hank do Roy walya. Okay. All right, that's enough for, we only had a minute or two, so let's go ahead and end the session here.